Waking up anew, wasting time is all I do. But now when I'm with you, so much time, nothing to do. I'm dropping you texts now. You said you want me when it's that. Being with you just feels right. Said we can meet it when it's that.
What's good people? Welcome back to another video. I just wanted to make this quick video before I go work out. Just talking about relationships, marriage, things like that. You know, if you struggling in your relationship or you struggling in a certain situation as a couple, as a you know, in your relationship. There's just a lot of stuff going on nowadays with relationships, men and women. I'm gonna make another video on that too. Men and women, you know, just being at odds and things going on, you know, in 2020 is just a lot. But for his relationships, man, just a base. It has to be a balance, you know. In your relationship, it has to be a balance. There has to be, you know, I don't like to use the word compromise because it sounds like you're compromising yourself. Not necessarily, but, you know, it feels like it's a give and take, but it's always a balance. You're always giving and you're receiving. And first off, number one in a relationship, you have to be willing to give. And give abundantly. Like, you have to be able to do that. If you're not willing to do that, it's not going to be reciprocated in the same way with other people or the person that you're in a relationship with. So your first initial, you know, aspect in a relationship is like you have to be willing to give. And also you have to be able to receive. But I would say that off top, you have to be willing to give and give abundantly. Like, there's no selfishness, no ego in a relationship at all. And one of the number one aspects that I've seen and dealt with in my own experience and stuff is don't do anything that you wouldn't want your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your spouse or your wife or your husband. Don't do anything that you wouldn't want them to do, or that you wouldn't do that you wouldn't want them to do, you know. So don't do anything yourself that you wouldn't want them to do, you know. And that's dealing with anything in life, for us, you know, dealing with, you know, friends of the opposite sex especially, and dealing with business, social events, parties, going out, interacting with people. Just don't do anything that you wouldn't deem respectful, because it's basically putting yourself in their shoes or putting yourself in somebody else's shoes. So you wouldn't want, you know, your girlfriend or your wife to, if you're not into flirting, or you're not that type of person, or you don't believe in, you know, putting yourself out there like that, you know, being more conservative. If you're doing it, then your partner should recognize that and then also respond in the same fashion. So don't do anything that you wouldn't want them to do. And you can always lean on that if you ever come up with an issue, there's an issue or something. Hey, I don't do those things. You know, you'll bring it to their attention and hopefully they'll respect it, you know. Four main reasons for any type of dysfunction or divorce or breakups in a relationship. These are my four. Number one, cheating. Everybody knows that cheating is just wrong. There's no way around it. It doesn't matter what's going on in your relationship. Cheating is wrong. There's no way around that. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. What's going on and all. No, you cannot cheat. It's not justified. It will never be justified. If you're not happy in the relationship, or you not, you seeking other things, you got to let that person know and just break it off. Cheating is number one. There's no way around it. The person will always reference that. Even if you all, reconcile and heal, they will always reference cheating. They will always reference it. They'll always go back to it. They'll be thinking about it, and you'll see it in their actions and in their mentality throughout the relationship after, the infidelity or the cheating or whatever. You'll see it. They'll call you more. They'll, where you at and stuff like that. So be sure to never do that. Never engage in that type of stuff. It's dishonest. It's not loyal. There's no, right or wrong, getting around cheating. It's just wrong. Number two, disrespect. You already know what that is. Any form of disrespect, whether it's calling somebody out their name, downgrading them, making them feel less than, or belittling them, or any form of disrespect, man. Just, going beyond the scope to actually hurt someone or to make your point in a way that, that's over the line. And everybody knows what that is. So disrespect, number one, is cheating. Two, disrespect. Three is abuse. Abuse can come in many forms: emotional, physical, mental, all of those things. But mostly physical abuse, like things like that. Those other ones can be kind of talked about, have a conversation about, or engage in therapy or anything like that might help you in that situation if that's what you're going through. But other than that, just physical abuse, because I think that's like one of the most ones, but emotional and mental stuff like that can happen too. But physical abuse is the most prominent one. So that one is cheating, two, disrespect, three, abuse. Four is mistrust, and mistrust with like finances and money and things like that. If you're not on the same page about, finances, and if you're struggling or something like that, that can cause a lot of mistrust in relationships, because there's a different value for each person in the relationship on what is valuable, what money is, and how we should, operate money and facilitate the money and stuff like that. But that can be resolved with communication, and also, financial roles. Like if your roles are different, that can play a big part in your relationship too. But it's all how you handle it. Somebody might be making more, but does that make you, control all of the money? Or does that, make you feel superior to your partner? And it should never make you feel superior to your partner. Doesn't matter how much money you make or how much money they make. If they make less than you or you make more, it doesn't matter. You all are there to support each other. I've heard before from different sources that I've did research, that your success is my success, my success is your success. So we're there for each other, and that's the main purpose. And but that's just a gist of relationships and marriage and how to navigate them. Take the information with a grain of salt, but always come from a balanced perspective. Never enter any relationship with an ego or with selfishness or anything like that. Always be willing to give, and recognize that you all are there for each other, man. Beyond everything, it should be you and your partner, your husband and your wife, your girlfriend and your boyfriend against the world. Y'all support each other. Y'all be there for each other. Good times and bad. That's another video I make, because when the bad times hit, sometimes things can take a turn for the worse for some, and but we'll get into that on another video. But like I said, with relationships, with marriage, it's about being there for each other. It's y'all against the world. So I'll catch y'all on another video. Peace.